Hi guys, Steve Girardi here. Welcome to Steve Strings. Today I have another review video for you. Today I'll be looking at the Devizer Concert Scale Sapele Ukulele Starter Kit. Before we dive into the instrument, let's go ahead and go over the things that come with it. First of all, it comes with a very basic gig bag, maybe 10 millimeters worth of padding to it. It has a fairly good size pouch or pocket on it with some depth to hold all of its accessories. It has a very basic sort of a webbing handle on it and one very basic webbing strap on the back. Not super thick, but certainly adequate to protect your instrument when you're out walking about. Other things it comes with is a Devizer branded shoulder strap. It also comes with a Devizer branded tuner. It comes with 3 guitar picks and an extra set of strings. And I should say that the strings that come on it are Aquila branded strings, although I'm not certain if the spare strings are Aquilas or not. It also comes with a basic cleaning cloth. And also it comes with a little mini chord chart to kind of get beginners started off. So let's go ahead and look at this instrument. Again, this instrument is Sapele. And if you look at the headstock here, you see it has a thin veneer of Sapele on the top or on the face of the headstock to match the body. You can see it also has a laser etched logo. And something I like is that Devizer has stepped away from the traditional 3-pointed headstock and has sort of a rounded top there. It's just different. I like that it's different. Also, you can see this headstock has a slight waist to it, which I kind of like. The tuning machines on it are basic closed geared tuning machines. It has a mahogany neck. And I should say that the neck, the frets are not sharp, which is good. This reportedly comes with an ox bone nut and saddle, although when I look at it, it does not look like ox bone. It's more like a beigeish gray material, and it does not look like the other bone saddles I've seen. It reportedly comes with a rosewood fretboard and bridge, and you can see on this particular example, the bridge is a sort of slightly redder color than the fretboard is. I should say that this fretboard is a bound fretboard, which probably helps for it not having sharp fret ends. Again, the top, back, and sides are laminate Sapele, which my understanding is it's similar to a mahogany in its properties. You can see that it has a rosette, which has this very simple laser etching on the rosette. You can see the instrument also has this ABS sort of ivory colored binding, which is nice. And even nicer, you can see it has this purfling of 3 lines of black purfling and 2 lines of white purfling, which I think just makes that look kind of classy. Another interesting thing here you can see in the back, and hopefully you can see this, and I'll show there you go, that this has a pretty good arch to the back, which typically means that usually helps with the projection of the sound. And I should say that this instrument is not quiet. I'm not sure if it's attributed to the wood or attributed to that arch to the back, but it sounds pretty good. From looking inside, you can see it has the traditional sort of notched kerfing and the typical bracing you would see in an ukulele. And it's very neat and tidy in there, no glue squeeze out. It looks quite nice. I gave an unboxing video or posted that a while ago, and I'll leave the link to that up here where you can see my initial impressions. I've had this now, what, 2-3 weeks, I guess, and I've been playing it daily pretty much to get a better sense of it. And I should say that I like this instrument. First impressions are it sounds all right. I should note that I did measure the action on this using my little action gauge, and at the 12th fret, the action is 2.5 millimeters, and typically acceptable actions are 3 millimeters or less, and so it's very, very playable action. I also checked the intonation, looking at the open string and also at the 12th fret to see how those notes compared. And at the 12th fret, it should be exactly the same note, just one octave above. And what I found is that on all 5 of the strings, each of the notes at the 12th fret is slightly sharp. And so I thought, well, let me check the spacing. And I measured from the nut to the 12th fret, which is exactly 19 centimeters. And I measured from that fret to the saddle, and it's also exactly 19 centimeters. And so this was placed typically where that saddle should be, yet in spite of that, it is slightly sharp. Now for me, as a relative novice, and for a beginner, which is mostly who may be drawn to this, that's not a big issue, because for me, most of my playing is down here on this end of the neck and not up here where that would make a difference. But I thought I would mention it for folks who want to know about that. So you heard a sound sample on the way in. I'll give you another sound sample, and you can judge for yourself what you think of the sound. So here we go. So there you have it, a sound sample. I should say, to my ear, this has some pretty good sustain. The sound is a little brighter than I think of some baritones. It's certainly not as bright as a spruce, but it has a decent tone. Yeah, so to my ear, it has a decent sound for an entry-level sort of starter ukulele and the kit. The only thing this thing lacks is as a starter kit is a capo or capo. And again, most beginners aren't really using those anyway. And if you want one, they're not hard to come by. So on the whole, I would say this is a pretty nice little starter kit. It's a pretty crowded market out there, so there are lots of choices. I should say that you should certainly look around, see what else is out there, but this is certainly one to consider. It holds up well with some of the other instruments that I've seen in this price range with all the same kinds of accessories. So I hope you found this, this review useful today. If you have played this instrument before, I would love to hear your experience and what you think of it. Thanks for watching.